Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to speak on the latest regarding Dembele's renewal with FC Barcelona. Then we're going to be moving on towards Yusuf Demir and his future with this club. And then we're going to be talking about the latest updates regarding Sergiño Dest. So first, I do want to speak on the biggest news for today, and that is going to be regarding Dembele. But first, I do want to shout out the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app is considered as the best football app you could find within the App Store when it does come to the latest player news, team news. If you want to follow your team within La Liga or the Premier League or the German League, you guys would be able to do that within the OneFootball app. You guys would also be able to see the latest transfer news, anything regarding your favorite player or team. All of that is going to be compact within one app. And for those of you guys who are in the UK, you guys are also able to see La Liga highlights. If you guys do want to see some highlights regarding Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, all of that again is going to be within the OneFootball app. If you guys do want to download the app, you guys can either scan the barcode that you do see on the video, or you can look at the link which will be in the description box down below. But now let's get back into the video. We know that Barcelona and Xavi want Dembele. They know that he is going to be a very important figure for this club, and that has to do with a variety of reasons. Like for example, Dembele is already 24 years old. Like, he is no longer considered as a youth player compared to the other players like Gavi, Ansu, Pedri, Nico Gonzalez, who are all under the age of 21 years old. Dembele is 24 and going to be heading towards 25 years old. This is a player that has been in the first team for about 4 years. And so with this renewal, that is basically him stating that he is going to be one of the players that is going to be leading the squad. He is going to be leading the attack. And if we were to look at these stats here coming from Dembele, these are stats coming from two separate games, one coming from Eibar and one coming from Sevilla. If we were to look at the amount of key passes he has produced in those two matches, this is immense. These are stats that show that this is a right winger that's very efficient. This is a right winger that shows he lends opportunities for other players around him. And this is the type of Dembele that we want to see. The only thing that is missing from this player is the goals. And I do think that those goals will come in time. And let me just give you guys a projection. If Dembele in the second half of this season, right? Because in the first half of this season, I would just say that it is a throwaway because of the injuries and what he has gone through when it comes to Ronald Koeman's Barcelona. But once we do go into the second half of this season, if Dembele can score around, let's say 5 to 6 to 7 goals, I would say it would be a successful season coming from this player. If he can continue to bring out these amount of key passes and also score about 5, 6, 7 goals in total throughout the rest of the second half of the season, I would be very, very happy. It would be considered as a great success. And so this is a player that is important for the future of FC Barcelona. And it does say here, according to Todd Costa, Dembele has informed Barcelona that he wants to renew. Dembele currently does have two different options on extending his contract. One of them is going to be for him to extend until the year of 2024, or he could extend with a contract which will be a 5-year deal and will take him until 2026. And I do think that there is a clear choice here. It is going to be the 5-year deal, because many have been questioning, like, Kevin, don't you think that a 5-year deal will be too much? Because what if he gets injured and we're going to be stuck with him? Well, if we do choose the 2-year deal, can you imagine him being injured in these next 12 months? There is going to be a bigger chance that he may leave for free because of the contract and how it would be so short. So it is more safe to say that he should sign a 5-year deal. And that is worst case scenario. That is negative thinking. Like, I think that if Dembele signs this 5-year deal, it would be a chance for him to restart his era in FC Barcelona, because what did happen in the past 4 years, it was such a waste. And one of the main reasons on why it was such a waste is because he was under a very bad functioning Barcelona on a sporting level, on an economic level, on everything level. But now that he's going to be here, potentially signing a 5-year deal, he's going to be with Barcelona for 5 years under a very well worked Barcelona, under the right management, under the right coaches, under the right doctors. And the type of momentum that he has been building as of late with Xavi Hernandez, who has said that he is going to be teaching Dembele on how to be a real proper right winger, this is something that you cannot ignore, and it cannot be cut off so early. We want to see Dembele under Xavi Hernandez because what he has been doing has been something extraordinary, and hopefully we can continue to see this for another 4 to 5 years. But now let's move on towards the next topic of today, and we are going to be talking about Yusuf Demir. Now, here's the thing, right? The deals between Dembele and Ferran Torres is becoming very close. Like, we are going to be seeing these deals come to a full conclusion, and these two players will be at Barcelona, but there is going to be ripple effects on different players, and one of them is going to be Yusuf Demir, because Yusuf Demir right now, he is currently fighting for his position on that right wing area. Yes, I understand that Ferran Torres can also play as a center forward, but I do expect him at times times to be playing on the right wing area. Now, I have no idea on why Yusuf Demir right now is on the line, and it could be through a multitude of reasons. Maybe Xavi does not like what he sees during training when it comes to Yusuf Demir. Maybe he doesn't like what he sees on the field when he does play against very tough oppositions. But one of the biggest factors why I believe Yusuf Demir is not going to be continuing with FC Barcelona and why he's currently fighting for his spot is because once he does pass 10 games at Barcelona, Barcelona is going to have to pay 10 million euros towards his previous club. And so it does say here, according to Luis Rojo, one thing which is almost certain. As of today, Yusuf Demir won't continue at Barcelona beyond January 2022. The club knows his potential, but don't feel the need to activate the mandatory 10 million euro purchase option if he does pass a total of 10 games. And here's what surprises me the most. Like, many of us actually think that Barcelona admire Yusuf Demir like we admire Yusuf Demir. Like, we have been saying that Demir has such a huge potential to succeed, but I don't think that Barcelona are looking at this player in the same way. Because if they did, if they actually looked at Yusuf Demir like we have been looking at Yusuf Demir, they would not hesitate on purchasing this player for 10 million euros. But looking at this statement here, it does look like they are hesitant. It does look like they are saying, yeah, we don't have to pay 10 million euros because he is nothing too special. Like, for example, let me give you guys different context. Can you imagine what it would be like if this type of clause was placed on Abde? Because you better bet that Barcelona would consider activating the 10 million euro purchase option for Abde because of what he has been doing in the past 5 to 6 games. But when it comes to Yusuf Demir, that case is just not the same. And that is why we see here that Barcelona are basically saying they find no need to activate the mandatory 10 million euro purchase option for this player. And so look, I wanted Yusuf Demir to succeed, but to see this right wing position being strengthened so greatly with Ferran Torres, with Dembele, it does seem almost impossible. We also have to be reminded that Alex Collado is also on loan. And so once he does return, I do assume that Alex Collado might actually continue in this club because he is not a bad player. It's just that Barcelona were doing horrible management about 4 months ago and they could not register this player into the first team. And yes, it does have something to do with the deal being broken off in the very last minute and they had no space in the end to put him into the first team. But I do expect Collado to come back and be that backup for either Ferran Torres or Dembele. But let me know in the comment sections down below, do you believe Barcelona should let go of Yusuf Demir and really focus on the development of Dembele, Ferran Torres, and Alex Collado? Now let's move on towards the last topic of today, and we are going to be talking about Sergiño Dest. And it does say here, according to sources, Bayern Munich contacted Barcelona over Sergiño Dest around 6 weeks ago for a loan with an option to buy in the summer. For now, there has been no request, no offer from Bayern Munich. So here's the thing, right? Now looking at this whole thing, really thinking about and assessing Dest's position with Barcelona and Bayern Munich, we are really starting to get a sense on why Barcelona may actually want to sell Dest in the future, because it does make financial sense. Because if we were to look at the previous reports on Barcelona scouting for other players, one of the other players that they are scouting for is Marawi. This is a right back that does play for Ajax, who is 24 years old. Yes, he was born in the Netherlands, but he does play for Morocco. But here's the most interesting thing. His contract does end in the summer of 2022. So if Barcelona want to go for this right back, he will be for free. And I can see Barcelona going for this player for free and at the same time selling Sergiño Dest for around 35 to 40 million euros. So if we were to look at the whole picture, you can see that Barcelona are replacing their current right back and at the same time making profit throughout the summer. And to be very honest, I would not be surprised if Barcelona were thinking in this way, because if they want to pull off a move like, let's say, Erling Haaland, which I think is almost impossible, but I do think that it could be done, you're going to have to do deals like this. Like, for example, you bought Emerson and then sold them about 4 weeks later. Another example could be you brought in Memphis Depay for free and then you might actually sell him in the summer of 2022 for profit. And many of these deals do make a lot of financial sense. But in the end, even though I know that Barcelona would greatly benefit from a deal like this, I still believe that it would be considered as a huge mistake to let go of Sergiño Dest and go to Bayern Munich, because we have only seen Sergiño Dest under a very bad FC Barcelona. So what I do suggest for Barcelona to really do within these next 6 months would be to try and maximize a player like Sergiño Dest, to get the best out of this player, like how they've been doing with Dembele, Frankie, Piqué, Sergio Busquets. And I know that with a player and a right back like Marawi, he can greatly benefit Barcelona because he does have the experience necessary to improve that right back position, because he has been one of those players that made that deep run in the Champions League back in the 2018-2019 season with Ajax. He was in that team that beat Real Madrid 4-1, so he does have the necessary experience, the skill set. He does play very similar to Sergiño Dest Dest, I would not be too frustrated with this move, but we must give Sergiño Dest that chance to prove himself that he does have quality to improve FC Barcelona in the end. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona Daily News. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.